it ain't love, why should I feel just like I do? If it ain't love, why am I here longing for you? What can it be that's making me dream of you night and day? Keep me blue all the day through whenever you're away. If it ain't love, then it must be some magic art. If it ain't love.
The gate is opening to our beautiful property. Let's take a walk.
Place that we're finding.
It's so quiet back here. What is this place?
Maybe we could buy it and live here and raise a family.
Think so?
Look, there's an arena and a pickup truck. Ah, always wanted a pickup truck. Oh, and there's a pump house. There must be a well in there with beautiful water.
This is the well that zapped me with lightning the first time I walked by here. I could not believe how beautiful this place was.
Maybe we could buy this place and raise a family.
Yeah.
And
There's
have
two
kids.
houses here.
Yeah. Look, an orchard. The dog.
So we got lots of fruit trees here. Apples and pears. I'll show you the peaches later.
It's a very thirsty apple tree here.
Here's pears.
Needs to be watered. Sharko! And look, a dog! A basic brown dog.
The curious sniffing dog.
Very good at catching chickens. That's his talent.
He defeathers them. Here's a little trailer we bought recently for our friend Bud to live in. He hasn't taken it up yet, but there's the Volkswagen van he's lived in for many, many years, becoming the uncle to our kids and our grandkids. He's a really good guy. Everybody loves him.
Come.
So over time, we have reformed the gardens and the plants here. This big oak tree was pretty tiny, about the size of my arm, when Wendy was learning to walk a slack line. This is the first apple tree we planted, still here, to Gravenstein. And here's a new fruit tree. We're just getting fruit this year. I've been whacking it with a stick to get a lot of the fruit off because the branches will break. It's a pluot. And look at these peaches. Linda wanted peaches forever. And now we have a lot of them on these healthy trees that she takes care of. And lavender for sachets in the Christmas time. Our mighty tractor, which we've had for about 15 years, saved us a lot of work. And the patio around the pool. Lots of grandkids coming here to cool off and play hard and learn to swim. Our luxurious lawn and our beautiful house hiding behind the walnut tree. So This is the place we've grown up into and the house we love. And behind it is one of the things we love the most. Nasturtiums, Mexican lime, holly, camellias, another kind, color. Hydrangeas just getting going. Roses. Poppies. More roses. Gonna be looking right in the sun. Another apple tree. This is Linda's humongous, beautiful vegetable garden, vegetable and flower garden, with a fig tree, just like the Garden of Eden, planted right in the middle of it. Raspberries. A lot of kids play out here. So we wanted to create a family, a loving family, and now we did it, and we just keep getting bigger and better. And there we are. Say goodbye. No, look at the shadow.
Oh. Stop it.
Okay, I'm standing by my front door. It's a nice summer day, and we're gonna go swimming. It's just one more way this property is so wonderful for us. So here's the pool and 4 little swimmers. Abby, wave. Austin, wave. Hudson, wave. Rai, wave.
Oh yeah.
There she goes. First year swimmer. It's kind of a windy day, so the umbrellas are hard to keep up.
Does that mean a third group goes sailing?
We have this beautiful place to sit by the pool and protect the kids. And there's 2 lifeguards and 4 swimmers. Hey.
Oh, they can see you. Hi, Felix. I want to just hug you. When I see you, I'll hug and snuggle you, okay? And
Hey, Felix.
What are you doing, Papa?
Making a talent video of Linda.
Oh. Remember to turn it sideways.
oh
Yeah?
follow the rules.
I didn't know that was a rule.
Well, read the
It's just, it's a better format. Let me make.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think I heard Bluebell waking up. Should we look? Let's see. What are they doing? Oh, yes. You see him? He's already awake. Come on, Rusty. Wake up, Rusty. Rusty, wake up. Okay, I'll sit on you. There, wake up. Oh, okay. There, I do it. There. What do you want to do today, Rusty?
Go to the show.
Go to the show. Oh boy. Okay. Let's go down. We got to feed the animals. Jump. Jump. Okay. Feed, 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 feed. Oh, there's the bunny with his carrot. Oops. Made him fall over, huh? Okay. I think they're ready to load up the horses. We gonna go to the show today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll go in the back of the Jeep.
You want
There's a little spot for you.
you want Bluebell in the back of the Jeep? Okay, let's put the horsey in. Clump. There she goes. Clump. Oh, she wants her baby. Boop, 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 boop. He's so wiggly, he just doesn't hold still. Oh, maybe we'll get him in there. Close the door. There. Now she can see. All right. Should Rusty drive?
Yeah. Bluebell wants to go farther back.
In the very far back is where Bluebell's gonna go today. Way back here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well we gotta open that up. I think he likes to go there because he can lay down. There we go, here he goes. Oh, he's nice and comfy. And he's got a snack in there too. I think he's got some cookies. Uh-oh, the door came off. Huh. Well, we'll just put the window down for today. We'll fix the door later. Okay, where should we go? To the show?
Yeah.
All right.
How's the door?
What?
How's the door farther back? Farther.
The door has to go farther back? It's okay for now though, okay? Let's go to the show.
You got some hot snacks.
Okay, they're parking at the show. Here they go. They gotta get out now. Come on, Rusty. There's Rusty. We'll get Bluebell out. Oh, he popped out the other way. And now he's on the roof. He's gonna let the horsey out. Oh, they're ready to watch the show. Should we get the mice family too?
Yeah.
All right.
You probably get the picture here every day or almost every day. Linda
Where's the
FaceTimes a
baby?
made-up story
I don't
with
know.
Felix.
Should we look?
Everybody's
here?
having fun.
No.
Here on Golden Ridge, where Tahara's family lives on the left and Ramona's family lives on the right, I live here. in what I call the Queen's Quarters. I've planted roses here first. They're well established now, those, and here by the front gate. And coming down into the lower garden, I call it, I have now expanded into dahlias and a little vegetable garden. Lettuce, parsley, cilantro, kale and chard now going to seed, and French sorrel here that's going to seed right there. That's the cilantro going to seed. And here are all these lovely, lovely little producers. They are such a gift. They are constantly giving food. And here's the first blossom on the cucumber plant. Oh, goody, can't wait. And close up to the dahlias, they're now getting buds. Look at that, gonna have a bunch of beautiful flowers here. More dahlias over here, companioned by the roses. All the roses yesterday got this new mounds all around them, which are making it possible for water to pool at their feet, which is what they like, a slow watering. And here are those yellow roses you saw in the bouquet. And now we go up along the side of the house to what I call the upper garden, or the patio garden. Here's my outdoor bed. I'm sleeping outside this time of year. Yippee! That's my back door. Here's some more of these well-established roses. And here's a beautiful fountain that has recently been reestablished by Jeremy, making this lovely rock arrangement. And there are little tiny mosquito fish in there. Here's the patio where we often eat outside, and what's covering it is a huge Cecil Bruner rose. And it's just a magnificent display of roses from up above, from the upstairs of Tahara's house in the spring when it blooms. Now you can see how these squash are just making a magnificent display of their greenness and their bright, bright, bright yellow blossoms, from which tells the zucchini are coming, if they haven't already taken over everything. Look at these big stems. So this is the beauty in which I live, and for which I am deeply grateful for the learning how to take care of these things. Here's my gate. And we're just going to back out the gate door here. Thank you, everybody. Sending you love from the Queen's Quarters Garden. I started my meditation then with the apple seed. And I came out here to where Ram is buried because it's an old apple orchard. By now it was November, and I was looking for an apple off of a tree that I could imagine in my meditation. And there happened to be 2 apples hanging off of a tree that was completely buried underneath a stickery wild rose vine. I had to reach really high up to pick these apples. There were only 2 little tiny red apples. And gradually over the winter, I kept thinking about that apple tree. I kept thinking about it buried underneath this vine. Now here's what the vine looks like this time of year, all covered with these little pink roses. Looks kind of pretty right now. But when I was here in the winter, this rose had completely immersed this beautiful apple tree. So I got it into my thought that I needed to clear that tree of the vine. And so I came out here. I made 8 visits. It took me about 2 hours each time I came. And with a pair of clippers, gloves, and a lot of vigor, I cleared this apple tree from its very highest branches and entirely all around its base. I pulled the vine away. I cut the vine, I dragged it, big piles of it down by the creek with the other shrubbery debris, and freed this apple tree from that vine. Now, while I was working, the work taught me how to continue to do the work. So the vine would say, cut me here and cut me there, and like that. And I was really impressed. I had never understood or experienced how work can teach you how to do the work. Well, of course, it was a very magical day when I took the last branch off of the top of this tree, and then I just digested my rich experience of having cared for this tree. Roses. These are the first long-term plants I put in the Queen's quarters.
Why?
Hi, this is Olivia at her mother-in-law's house. We're celebrating her mother-in-law's birthday party,
We are.
which is Tahara's very close new friend. Here's Tahara making cherries, preparing the cherries for our dessert. These cherries were picked from the tree in Tahara and Jeremy's garden on Golden Ridge. Now, here is Peregrine. Sorry. I'm a little bit uneasy with my,
Are you our newest photographer?
I'm a new photographer. I'm a completely
No,
new.
we're in a vlog.
Oh, we're blogging?
What's the, who's the audience?
Do you want to
We're
say
vlogging.
I do to each other and do the kiss for everyone who missed the wedding?
I do want to have dinner later.
I do. Do you do?
I do sometimes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And here's Kirsten all
Oh,
dressed
yeah.
up for her birthday.
Yes, all dressed up and ready to give my other dress.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix
To
it for
Olivia.
her right now.
Okay, get the wind blowing here. Now we'll see if that, you see through, see how it's almost cut all the way through there? No big deal. Watch this. Oh, isn't that pretty? Action. All right, so after you make the initial cuts, it looks something like this. Then, I don't know if you can see that. Come over here in the light. Okay.
No, we can see. We can see.
Oh, we can. Okay. So there's the cut that's all the way through. And then you just take this and you whack it on something and it just makes a clean break like that.
Woo! Show us where you're putting it.
Okay, so I've made a couple of cuts and I've got a couple pieces here to test fit. looks like it's gonna be just right. My next piece is gonna be this piece right here, and I'm gonna have to make one cut on it. Possibly two cuts actually, there's a little notch here. So anyways, then this one goes right here. I gotta break this last little bit of concrete off, and then we can take another peek. Okay, so now we're back after making a couple of cuts, and I'm making sure there's enough. I don't know really what to call it except for just mortar. It's just sand. That's my helper. So now I'm just gonna check these to see. Actually,
I think it's gonna get too long unless we hurry up.
swap this out. Dun 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 dun. Ready? Let's see if we can do this fancy style. I don't know if this is gonna work. Nope. Hey, ready? Mayan pyramid style. Oh! Talent!
Hi family. So I was going to show you how to make bread for my talent, but I ran out of time because my family and I were went camping. So instead I'm going to share with you our family talent, which apparently is snow camping, which none of us have done before, but did quite successfully over the last few days. So despite the fact that there's no snow on the ground, we've been camping in the snow for the last 3 days up here at Onion Reservoir and Blue Lakes up in the corner of California and Nevada. And enjoy the slideshow, and see you soon. We have arrived. Setting up camp took approximately 45 minutes. That's the Paiute Mountain Range. This is dinner cleanup. Here's our kitchen. We're heating up water for dishes. That's Zoe at the ready to help. This is Soldier Meadows Hot Springs. It's pretty amazing. It's perfect hot temperature and just comes out of the rocks. This is Nick cooking breakfast out here in the desert.
And we're off. They're so cool.
Zoe, what are you doing?
Staring at these snowflakes.
Here we are in the hail. It's magical. That's like real hail. See? Hail, yeah.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. I was wondering if you would check the weather for Dena'ina.
What about you, Nick? How's it going over there?
Going good.
How you doing,
Taking
Dad?
it all in. Just looking at the beauty of the mountains.
Here we are, tromping to the top of the creek to fill our water jugs just before breaking camp and leaving.
We're camping.
In the snow.
This is our superpower. Look around the surroundings. Unexpected. What's the date? June?
7th, Saturday.
Hi, Alan clan, my family of brothers and sisters and their kids and nieces and nephews and all of that. This is really a great idea. This is a quick thing for me with our little family here in Berkeley, sending my love to all of you. And we have a lot of talent in the family, and I'm not exhibiting that, but I'm just sending my love, and you'll see all the rest of the Snyder clan. And aren't we blessed? And thank you so much, you guys, that we're playing it safe. And we're not getting together in person, but we will really soon, and then we can hug. I love you all. Have fun this summer. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Fred?
Yeah, loves.
Nice catch.
Yay! This is cool! Yay! Yay, bud! What's that? Mud!
No, don't do that, Urban.
Mud! Mud!
No!
I got the leg! Gotcha!
This is a watercolor by Zoe, my granddaughter, and she gave it to Jean, who she calls Yaya. And she's quite the little artist. She just turned 4, and she really enjoys doing art, drawing and painting. And I think you can see that it's a joy that she possesses. Beautiful. Hi, this is Fred, and I play the paintbrush. Sorry if these are a little shaky. I did a series of watercolors. I've been mainly working in watercolor the last few years, much easier on my body. And this is an old photograph looking at the bridge that connected the peninsula of Beach road and the island with Corinthian Island when this was still all a lagoon. And in the background on the land is the old train station. This is a watercolor of out in the San Juan Islands on one of our fishing days. And to the right is, not in the picture, but is Orcas Island. And that's where Joe used to live. And I really love it up there. And I love being in the Bay Area where it reminds me of the San Juans a lot. The difference with the San Juans was the islands just go on and on and on. And there's, 30 or 40 islands, so you're always seeing different islands and different shapes, and it's really wonderful. This is a watercolor from Santa Cruz, the yacht harbor. I have started a new series on sunsets, which I'm enjoying a lot. This is another shot of the Santa Cruz yacht harbor. I frame a few, but mostly I keep them in a big box. This is another view of off the back of my boat in Santa Cruz, at the harbor in Santa Cruz. This is a series I've done in Santa Cruz of the Santa Cruz yacht harbor. This is off the back of the boat I share with some old college buddies. This is a watercolor of when we were cruising, and a lot of times I've got a big box of watercolors and a lot of them are not completed, but a lot of times I get to a place where I feel like they speak when they're not done, and they are done. So that's what this one is. This, once again, is cruising along the Seine. This was actually somebody's yard right in Paris, along the river. Had a beautiful, funky little dock and a little rowboat. This is one of my favorite scenes that I captured. This is a old photograph of looking at Belvedere Island before it was really built out, and when they had the front of a ship as part of a building. These are all watercolors. Here's another photo taken from Beach Roadside, looking at the old bridge at Corinthian Island and the railroad yard in the background. This is a watercolor from Bellingham. I go up there quite a bit to go fishing with my old third grade buddy. This is the dock that we park on. But once again, boats. I love painting boats. This is another shot of looking down from the bridge into the Santa Cruz yacht harbor. This is a watercolor in Santa Cruz off the bridge that goes over the harbor. This watercolor was one I did in Hawaii. Gina and I went there quite a few times. We missed the Christmas party, I think this was Christmas in Hawaii, just along a road. Watercolors are great because they're so small and easy to travel with. I used to take paints, and it was much more of a laborious thing. This is another watercolor of cruising along the Seine. It was beautiful, boats all along the sides the whole way. I really enjoy painting boats. Most of my work is about boats. And I'm starting to do a few figures now, which I'm enjoying too. But my main theme has been boats. This was a trip we took to France, Jean and I, at the invitation of John and Bella. And we got to spend a wonderful time with them. And we spent quite a few days cruising the Seine, the old Impressionist area. And this is where we were parked one night, where John had had a lot of work done on his boat. Just a quick little watercolor. This one is of Tiburon. The building at the bottom that kind of is a part of a round circle, that's the old train roundhouse, and that's Tiburon. And you can see the pier sticking out where the ferry used to come in. This is another view along Beach Road, looking towards Mount Tam. And this photograph was from 1921 on Christmas Day, when Mount Tam was covered with snow.
Rocket ship trip to ZY156 Galaxy.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Tall Man. Tall Man was walking through the neighborhood looking at all of the roofs of houses. As the first rays of sunlight beamed down on him directly, he noticed a red roof that was his home. There was a pattern of the red tiles, rounded and arched, like a tunnel to nowhere.
Nowhere? What am I saying? What am I even thinking? I mean, tunnel to outer space. We blasted off into outer space in a rocket ship right out of our tree farm. Max and River and all my friends from school, like Sullivan, were on board. Sullivan, the skilled...
No pink. Sylvan, the skilled pilot, was at the helm of our rocket ship and maneuvering us right out of our solar system and into the newly discovered solar system ZY156. We were traveling so fast that we could hardly see the stars. Max, our navigator, was checking the star charts to guide our rocket ship between the North Star and the Big Dipper. Who would have ever thought that we could build a ship together in just a few months and then travel in moments through the galaxy at lightning speed? River was on the lookout for any stray meteors or any old abandoned satellites circling our Earth. Chance was checking the engine to see if it were making that special hum like the sound of ohm. The engine was ohming along just fine. Come on, partner. And according to Tall Man's strategic calculations, all those aboard the sleek rocket ship, it's almost your turn, would soon be approaching the dazzling blue crystalline planet of Zoran.
Kabam, kabom, kaboom.
Do you want to read more?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
rocket ship hiccuped and tossed with. Now your turn.
The astronomer and lookout, Chance, the engineer, Tall Man, the mathematician, and Max, the navigator, into a bumping pile in their weightless environment. Only Sylvan, their fearless pilot, held to the controls like his life depended on it, as it did. Chance checked all systems in a flash and told the crew there was nothing wrong. What happened? Although we were far from the sun, a solar flare of such ginormous size engulfed the rocket ship and shook it to its core. A solar flare interfered momentarily with the workings of the ship and sent them all rocking. It was frightening, but we made it through safely.
How big is Zoran? Asked Tiny. And it's only about this big, said River, holding up her hands to show him. Now your turn.
Well, how are we ever going to find it? River got very excited as she told Tall Man all about the amazing properties of little Zoran. Zoran is made up of radioactive metal and water that emits a laser beam light of
blue.
We can't miss it as long as we get close enough. Our radar will detect the beam of
like millions of miles. And then
we just follow the trail of light to get there.
Your turn.
Max shouted out, "Look, the blue beam of light just appeared on our screen. It's the trail to
Zoran.
Let's go.
Let's go. We'll be there in no time. Who was waiting up by his friends as squirrels.
I was so excited that he was jumping up and down, which is hard to do in a weightless environment. We're almost there, and I can hardly believe it. My mom and dad and little sister will never believe me. Everyone gathered around the giant screen, which showed the blue gem Zoran growing bigger by the second. Sylvan at the controls slowed the vehicle way down as they approached the dazzling blue energy of the littlest planet known to man. The rocket ship halted. Your turn's coming. And they all shouted in glee.
We did it! We made it to Zoran!
Come on, let's grab our space surfboards and ride the air before we head back to Earth. Just in time for dinner. The little astronauts moved quickly as they surfed in the air. It's coming in full astronaut gear.
Zawabunga, this is fantastic. I've never had so much fun in my life. Come on, you guys. Shouted to him. It's time to boogie back to our ship and zoom out.
Okay. The crew couldn't stop smiling and laughing all the way home. They had worked almost done diligently to build the ship, and what a blast the trip to Zoran and Galaxy ZY156 had been. They could tell all the other kids at school on Monday, and Teacher Gwen would be so pleased. That night at home, safely in their own beds, the kids dreamed of the shining blue light of Zoran, the beauty of traveling through the stars of their own galaxy, and the joy of success in their mission.
Who knows? Maybe someday they will travel in space together. Written by Donna Allen and Spruce Callum. May 2020, Seattle, Washington.
The end. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Own it, yo, you just own it. 'Cause your body's on fire. Show me how to control it. Then go ahead, you flip and get higher. Girl, I love how you roll it. I put my hand there. Hold it, I'ma be right by you. I'ma be right by you. I'ma be right by you. I'ma be right by you.
Lighters up, one time lighters up. Pulled up in the party when you saw me, I was lighting up my J. So go ahead and brighten up my day. Lighters in the air when you're lighting up the rave, and it's feeling like I met you here before. Girl, I felt your presence when they let you through the door. Never had a brother give you everything and more, so I take a little piece and then the rest of it is yours, me and more.
You don't dare when I don't tell you, but can you taste and I play? I don't know where till you take you
love it just by looking in your face. It's the way that you wind up your waist. I'm so in awe, girl, you never have to worry about nothing. You know it's yours, you know you own it.
Girl, you just own it. Cause your body's on fire. Show me how to control it. And go ahead, get stiff and get higher. Girl, I love how you hold it. I put my hand there. Hold it. I'ma be right by you. I'ma be right by you. I'ma be right by you. I'ma be right by you.
Lights down for the one I love right now. You never look better. Forget our friends, girl. I love it when we chill together. Ain't nobody gonna feel what we feel together. She wanna kiss, I want another one. You got a sick vibe, I want it one-on-one. Up to now, nobody knew where I was coming from, but we got the same mind, so I don't wanna waste time. Bring it to me, my mind, that's what I need. That's right, kissing your cheek one time. I used to love being alone, but now I can't stand it. Reaching on my palm for you to put your hand in. Girl, you are the one, and I don't understand how you lighting up the room with your glow. Cause girl, you just own it.
Girl, you just own it. Cause your body's on fire. Show me how to control it.
Go ahead, just flip and get higher.
Girl, I love how you roll it. I put my hand there. Hold it.
I'ma be right by ya. I'ma be right by ya. I'ma be right by ya. I'ma be right by ya.
Hey, Bella, you got to see this.
So here we have another version of a baby bed. So step one, a Grandma Winnie basket. Who knows where in the world on her travels this came from? But isn't it a handsome basket? So big, you can't find such baskets anywhere. Now Joanne decided to use it for her daughter as a baby bed. And it's had a new evolution. Anyway, I reinforced with leather corners, epoxied on here. So first we have the basket, and then of course babies couldn't be too comfortable in that basket, so we made a cotton and flannel liner. See? Now you can put a pad underneath there, but then to have the convenience of taking it with you, voila. What's this called, this kind of board?
Pegboard.
Pegboard, cut to size, with a non-skid rubber underneath. And Joanne's sewed together this canvas bottom. So in the basket goes, around those leather reinforced corners. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Into the basket the baby goes. Shh. Good night. And what my friends did is they had a hook on the bottom of their table, and they would hook this and use it as a little rocking bed. So there you go.
There's
And
another
this is-
version.
So this was for Avina with different fabric, but then it's gone through my godson, who is now almost 3, and he's expecting a little brother or sister, so it's going back to them very soon. Voila. Et voila.
Hi guys, can't wait to see all your videos. But for my video, I'm going to be doing a magic trick. But the first trick is the disappearing cup. Okay, so I'm going to put this over and blow it 3 times. And it's disappeared. Okay, now for my second trick, this piece of paper, I'm going to rip it up into many different pieces, put it in here, close it, shake it really well, and then, voila, it's back. Okay, third trick. I'm going to make these 2 cards grow. Okay, so they're both together. That one has grown bigger than this one. And now shrink them back. And the other one. And now shrink them back. Next is my ball trick. See the ball in there? Going to put this on. Tap it 3 times. Still there, right? But is it now? Hey. Okay. My next trick. You see this yellow bar? It goes straight down and back up. Now, my finger's fine. My last trick is the rope trick. I'm going to put it in here going to make this middle part disappear and cut the rope. Ready? I cut the rope. And now I'm going to make the rope back to where it was. It's fun. And that was my magic show. Hope you guys liked it. I can't wait to see your guys' videos. Bye.
This land is your land, this land is my land. California to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land is made for you and me. Walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me the endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land is made for you and me. I roamed and ran, I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of diamond deserts, and all around me the voice was sounding. This land made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is mine. California to the New York Island, red forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me.
Bamboo from the garden, a clapper. Bamboo, giant. That's echoing across the canyon. Hello, Allen clan. I want to thank the Family Council for putting this together. We love our family, and we are very grateful that we can all come together like this and that you made it happen during times of obligatory separation. Things we see today, this COVID virus and the uprisings, these are all versions of what we might call the devil in disguise. The price we pay for being too busy to bother or just feeling helpless about change. But as Grandma Winnie used to say, lo and behold, the devil is the agent of change. And things are going to change one way or another. But the blessing is that these changes we're looking for and that are needed are really things that we long for already in our lives. And like brotherhood and dignity and beautiful forests and drinkable rivers. So, yeah, listen to this little song, which kind of thing we do for fun around here. And if it brings up any thoughts or feelings, we would love to discuss. Here we go. Yahoo! I can dig it, you can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it, we can dig it, you can dig it, they can dig it, yeah!
Every time we buy it cheap, there's a price to be paid. With every new tech toy, a new law must be made. Every comfort and convenience, they're the hidden cost of joy. other way. You're dealing with the devil. The tears of loss protect you and your feelings for the rain. Lo and behold, the devil is the agent of change. The cost is in the feeling, the feelings we must deny. Every time we stand by innocent and let something beautiful die. There's a place in the forest, there you will be heard, in a nature nurtured by the song of wind and bird. The lament of the loon, it heals you, the smell of grass so sweet. Trees all whisper the message. You are whole and remembered. In the forest you'll be heard, in a nature nurtured by the song of the wind and bird. There's a place in the forest, there you will be heard. In the forest you'll be heard, in a nature nurtured by the song of the wind and bird. There's a place in the forest, there you will be heard. There's a place in the forest, there you will be heard.
Hi everyone, it's River. For my show and tell, I wanted to share a few things that bring me joy. And first is the garden. First up are gorgeous collards. I've been loving these guys so much because all parts of the plant are edible and they just grew so fast and abundantly, and they will grow for a lot of the season. Our gorgeous kale, some broccoli. We got to eat a lot, but the rest has bolted. Here is some green cabbage. I'm super excited about the green cabbage because Madison has been working at a fermentation shop in town and making really amazing kraut with green cabbage, carrots, turmeric, and ginger. And it's just absolutely delicious. I can't wait to make some with the cabbages that we've grown. This is the second row. We have a couple different kind of heirloom tomatoes and Can you see the cute Brussels sprouts? Madison and I literally just put in these trellises yesterday. They're quite heavy duty, but now we have some climbing cucumbers, different kinds of cucumbers, and then some yellow squash, straight neck squash, and some zucchinis on the other side, and then pickling cucumbers. You can see our solar panels in the background, and that's the trailer that Madison and I shared. Now just Maddie lives there, and I have a cabin over there. These red cabbages are still kicking it in the summer heat. I'm excited for more fermentation with them. Here are some beets. We just pulled a bunch out yesterday, golden and red beets from these heirloom seeds. And then we're gonna save these seeds of these mustard greens. Eggplant, rainbow chard, different kinds of peppers like bell peppers, sweet bell peppers. 2 of the big heirloom red tomatoes. Then I've got a row of purple bell peppers, orange bell peppers, and then a bunch more tomatoes. Ta-da! That was the garden. So that was a little bit about my world, where I live and what I've been doing. And before signing out, I figured I'd love to share about what I'm also thinking about and feeling these days. Which has a lot to do with white supremacy and like the systems of white supremacy that throughout the whole existence of the United States of America have exerted violence against all people of color and against Black folks in a very specific way. And in light of like the kind of growing of the anti-racist movement right now, a lot of people have been encouraging me to take this opportunity to continue diving inward and observing like my own white supremacy and the things that, though I may never want to admit it or think of it, I have been socialized to take on as behaviors or thoughts. And that, yeah, in doing effective anti-racist work, I really have to dive in and look at what is like within me so that I can counter it and know it and own it and yeah, like undo it. So yeah, in addition to external things like organizing and trying to like redistribute wealth and support grassroots organizing led by the people most impacted, in this instance by Black folks, I'm also working on this workbook called Me and White Supremacy, which was written by Layla Saad, S-A-A-D. And yeah, it's been like pretty profound, and there's like lessons and then prompts for self-reflection that all have to do with yeah, like learning more of my harmful behaviors and how to change. And if anyone else is interested in that, you know, I would love to connect and like share stuff that I'm learning about myself, about my life, about the world, and yeah, so hit me up. Before I go, I wanted to show you this pastel drawing that I made recently, featuring some very cute cows that live next door and that are just so beautiful. I love Tennessee. P.S. This is my altar in my room at night, my special things. And I just wanted to add a last thought, which is that we all have a role to play in the movement for justice, and that's been really inspiring for me to like find more and more my place and how to bring my full self to the movement, which means like my organizing and like skills and stuff, but also my resources and my privilege.
Well, time for bed. I love you so much, family. Please take care and stay safe.
Fire cider is a traditional folk remedy, and there is a basic recipe, but in fact you can really experiment. Hello, my name is Bella Lenestor, and I'm here at the Birdhouse. Today I'm going to make a fire cider tonic. It's going to boost our energy and invigorate the immune system of the people in the canyon. So we want to ward off cold and flu and other viruses. Fire cider is an apple cider vinegar tonic with fresh horseradish, ginger, garlic, onions, cayenne pepper, and honey. I like to have a drop or four every morning as a preventative. So those are the basics. If you have access to fresh herbs, then use it because they are bringing mineral to the fire cider. This batch has lemon balm. It is really good for the anxiety in the stomach. And then some mint, which is really thriving in the garden right now. Yeah, so the fire cider is not only made of its ingredients, but there is also a little spirit put into it. And so to start with, when we prepare the jar, we really prepare it as an homage to the spirits to start with, and also to make sure that the vessel is clear. I like to start with fresh mint and lemon balm. And then you want the whole thing to be hot and sour and pungent. And that is what is going to be bringing this movement, this action in your system and really move your energy. And then at the end, you can add honey for sweetness. This batch has calendula flowers, which are soothing, and nasturtium, which has a spicy taste, which is perfect for the recipe. Then we have chaga. It's an adaptogen, balancing the brain function. It's a mushroom. And then there is Schisandra. It's cleansing and uplifting. And we have juniper berries, antiseptic. And onions are full of vitamin C and antioxidants. Garlic is an antiseptic. Ginger, lemon, and turmeric. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory and stimulates the digestion. And then fennel seeds for the digestion. And it's an aromatic flavor, so along with anise star, it really adds something very special to that batch. So now I'm going to pour apple cider vinegar over the herbs so that the jar is full to the very top, so that there is no air left. You might want to have a few jars of different sizes because you always want to make sure you fill up the jar. Vinegar will corrode metal lids. So before closing the lid, make sure to cover the top of your jar with wax paper held with a rubber band. So now you let it steep in a dark cupboard for 6 weeks. And in my case, I'm just going to cover it with this fabric right now because I'll bring it to the birdhouse and I'll put it in the root cellar for 6 weeks. And then it will be done. And then I can filter it. And then if I choose, I can add honey according to taste. And then it will stay at room temperature for the next 18 months. And it will be good for that time. Voila, an invigorating tonic for times of stress when your immune system is challenged and you need a little help.
Just trying to get that white.
I wanna tell you that roses are red and shawty, violets are blue. The only one I adore seems to be you. I wanna take you on trips, bid this adieu. Show you there's a different way under the moon. Show you different ways in who we are. Making love under all the stars if we caught. Probably in the cars if I can. I'm trying to show you that I'm more than a man, that I plan to be you where I stand. I'm just trying to show you everything I need. And if you ever need something, you know exactly who to call, and it's me, baby, please. No time to play these games with these other dames. I'm not worried about them other lames, only you. And baby, if it's cool, I can do some things, and we can do it too. Together, everything with you is better. Everything I do without you forever never seems to be as cool. Shoot, you the reason I move, you the reason why I sometimes look at the moon, wondering exactly how I came in tune with one like you. If I could do what I try to without you, it wouldn't even seem as valuable. I need to keep you close, and I'm calculating moves that I know exactly how to do. And I cruise, and I do, and I choose. The only one for me, girl, is you. So I say, roses are red, violets are blue. The only one I love keeps it close to the boo. The only one I love know me most is the truth. The only one I love, shawty, gotta be you. So roses are red, baby, violets are blue. And I can spit a poem about you, more than haikus, more than different syllables, more than a syllabus could ever teach you too. Man, this is love, L-O-V-E-U-N, mutual, be the one we need to see. They don't understand that I don't worry about another thing. You the only one in my eyes, you the only one in my dreams, and you the only one that I want. So I guess this life just seems a little bit better with you. I'm trying to do better with you. I know that they can never get you, and they can never do half the things we set out to do. See, girl, cause roses are red and baby, violets are blue, and you the only one I want, and that's the truth. I guess I could come up with different poems, but the only word I think about is you. Y-O, you. Y-O, you. I'm so happy that I found Y-O, you. Yeah, cause roses are red, yeah, and violets are blue, and the only one that I want is Y-O-U.
Just trying to get that white.
Hi everybody, this is Bess, and this is our sort of newly decorated living room. There's our instruments over there, and I told Bella I'd show you guys some things that I've been doing. So I made these cushions with the little tassels, and these cushions in the back where they have like a patchwork on the side. So kind of fun. And I did them into color schemes. So there we go. And then I'll show you a piece of artwork that I did early in the lockdown. And then this is like a little sculpture that I did out of scrap wood that I really like. And I'm gonna do 3 of these. This is like a prototype, and I'm gonna do them much bigger because I got excited as I was doing this one. And I'm gonna do 3 and put them on the fence there over the pool, because when I look out our kitchen window, that's pretty dull. So hope everybody's doing great. Thanks. Love you.
Hi family, this is Ruth Cadence Allen,
Hello.
David William Allen,
Hello.
and Peter B. Allen. And we're going to play a piece that I wrote for the 2 of them, a violin-cello duet with piano accompaniment. Thank you.